I just realized something that's been cooking in my brain for way too long. I've been playing games for like 8 hours straight today, and I'm not even having fun anymore. I'm just doing it, and that's when it hits me. Am I still actually enjoying this, or have I just been farming dopamine for XP this whole time? So I'm here to break down not only how I got here, but also how to tell you if you are in the same situation. Because let's be honest, most of us don't even realize when we have crossed that line until we are already way past it. When I first started gaming, it was different. I mean, I would come home from school, boot up whatever game I was obsessed with, and my world would just stop. That feeling when you finally beat that boss after 20 tries. That's what hooked me. My brain was awakened, and I was completely obsessed. But here is the thing. This isn't passion anymore. This is something else entirely. It's not like when I was a kid and I would get excited about a new game release. Now I'm just playing, even when I'm not having fun, even if I'm tired, even if I know I should be doing literally anything else. And I've seen the comments saying, if you have to ask, you're probably addicted, but don't confuse enjoying something with being dependent on it. There is a difference. I'm about to break down exactly what that difference is. So you're probably wondering, what are the actual signs? Well, let me cook up something. When I sit down to game now, I'm not excited. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just doing it because that's what I do. It's like muscle memory at this point. My hands know the controls better than my brain knows why I'm still playing. Remember when you get rush from discovering something new in a game? Or when you'll actually feel accomplished after completing a challenge? Now I'm just going through the motion. I'm farming achievement, grinding levels, doing daily quests, but there is no joy in it anymore. It's just work. But work I'm not getting paid for. And by the way, this isn't burnout. Burnout is when you need a break. This is when you can't take a break even when you want to. Here is where it gets real. I used to have hobbies. I used to read books, watch shows, hang out with friends, but now everything feels like it's in a slow motion compared to gaming. My brain has been rewired to need that constant stimulation, that instant feedback loop. When I try to do something else, I get restless. I can't focus. I'm thinking about what I could be doing in game instead. And that's when I realize this isn't preference anymore. This is dependency. It's not like when I was genuinely choosing gaming over other activities because I enjoyed it more. Now I'm choosing it because everything else feels empty without that dopamine. This one it's different when I actually thought about it. I'm not playing games because I want to experience the story or master the mechanic. I'm playing because I don't want to deal with my actual life. Stress at work? Time to game. Feeling anxious? Time to game. Procrastinating or responsibilities? You guess it, time to game. And here is the thing, gaming used to be my reward after handling responsibilities. Now it's my escape from them. That's not healthy, that's not passion, that's avoidance behavior disguised as hobby. I've tried to take breaks. I've told myself just one more match, 1,000 times. I've set timers, I've installed games, I made rules for myself, and every single time I find a way around it. Because it's the brutal truth. If you could stop, you would have stopped already. The fact that you're asking, am I addicted, means that part of you already knows the answer. It's not like when I was genuinely passionate about a game and I would play it for hours because I was having fun. Now I'm playing for hours even when I'm not having fun, and that's the difference. This is where it gets serious. I've skipped the meals to keep playing. I've stayed up way too late knowing I have work next day. I've cancelled plans with friends because I'd rather game. I've let responsibilities pile up because I'll handle it after this session. And that's when I realize I'm not in control anymore. The game is in control of me. Remember when gaming was something you did in free time? Now it's something that takes over your free time, your work time, your sleep time, your everything time. So you're probably wondering what's the actual difference between loving gaming and being addicted to it. Well, here is the breakdown. Loving gaming means you play because you want to. You stop when you're satisfied, you can take breaks without feeling withdrawal, you enjoy other things too, gaming enhances your life. Being addicted means you play because you have to, because you can't stop even when you want to. Taking breaks makes you anxious or irritable. Nothing else feels good. Gaming replaces your life. And I'm not going to lie, I've been in the second category for way too long. And then I finally understood how I got here. I wasn't overthinking. It was gradual. Like I started gaming because I genuinely loved it, but then I started using it to cope with stress. Then I started using it to avoid problems. Then I started needing it to feel normal. This isn't the same person who used to get excited about new game release. This is someone who's been farming dopamine for long that their brain forgot how to produce it naturally. It's not like when I was a kid and gaming was a treat. Now it's a necessity, and that's the problem. So, here's how you can tell which side you're on. Try this. Take a week off, a full week, no gaming at all. If you can do it without feeling like you're missing something essential, you're probably fine. If the thought of going a week without gaming makes you anxious, or if you find yourself making excuse for why you need to play, that's your answer. And I'm not going to lie, when I tried this test, I couldn't make it past 2 days. That's when I knew. It is the thing that nobody wants to admit. You can be addicted to something you used to love. Those aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, that's usually how it happens. You start loving it, then you start needing it, then you can't function without it, and by the time you realize what happens, you are already deep in. I've seen people in the comments saying, if you are having fun, it's no addiction, but nah, that's not how it works. You can be addicted and still have moments of fun. The question isn't, do I enjoy this sometimes? The question is, can I live without this? So, what do you do if you realize you're on the wrong side of this line? First, you acknowledge it. Stop making excuses. Stop saying it's just a hobby when you know it's more than that. You can fix a problem you won't admit. Second, set actual boundaries. Not all playlists. That's too vague. Set a specific rule. I only game after 7 p.m. I only game on the weekend. I take 1 day off per week. Make it concrete. Third, find other source of dopamine. Your brain has been trained to get its from gaming. You need to retrain it, exercise, hobby, socializing, find things that actually make you feel good without the screen. Fourth, address why you're escaping. Gaming isn't the problem, it's the symptom. What are you avoiding? What are you coping with? Fix the root cause, and the gaming addiction becomes easier to manage. And by the way, this doesn't mean you have to quit gaming forever. The goal isn't to never game again. The goal is to get back to a place where gaming is something you do, not something that does you. Here is what I understood. The difference between passion and addiction isn't about how much time you spend, it's about how you control it. When you're passionate about gaming, you are in control. You choose when to play, when to stop, what to play. Gaming serves you. When you're addicted, the game is in control. It tells you when to play all the time, when to stop, never, what to play, whatever gives you the hit, you serve the game. And that's the line, that's the difference, that's how you know. So, do I still like gaming or am I addicted? To be honest, both. I still have moments where I genuinely enjoy it, but I'm also addicted to the escape, the stimulation, the dopamine loop, and until I can take control, I'm going to keep struggling with this. But here is the thing, recognizing it is the first step. And if you're asking yourself this question, you're already on the path. Remember, loving something and being addicted to it aren't the same thing. You can get back to just loving it, but first you need to be honest about where you are right now. And I'm not going to lie, that honesty, that's the hardest part, but also the most important. So if you are in the same situation, know that you're not alone, and know that you can get back to a healthy relationship with gaming. But start with being real about where you are. Because this isn't about quitting gaming forever. This is about getting back to a place where gaming enhances your life instead of replacing it. And that's the goal. That's what we are working towards. Because let's be honest, talking about it is one thing. Actual doing something about it, that's where the real challenge begins. And I'm ready to face that challenge. Are you?